think the first image that I might have of a sari is definitely of my mum wearing one, and probably as early as wearing one and carrying me.
It was for one of the Durga Puja program that the first time, I got wrapped up in a sari.
So whether it was my paternal grandmother or my maternal grandmother, I have seen them both in saris.
Like my brother's wedding, I was in class 11 or 12, and in the wedding you always think what you're going to wear.
First thing that I remember, of course, is my mother, because I've not seen her wearing anything else but a sari all her life.
The earliest memory is you come running, sweating, had food or something, and you run to your mum and take her achal and wipe your face.
First memory, I always remember Indira Gandhi used to wear the sari and she used to take a palla.
The moment I think about a woman wearing a sari and something, what flashes in front of me is the picture of Indira Gandhi.
Meghida Katara, Shupriya Devi. So her character wears sari, and how she functions day to day at home and outside, faces life and faces death wearing a sari.
I have to say that somebody like Sridevi wearing that yellow sari on the rolling plains of Switzerland is one of the most iconic imagery which has always stuck with me forever.
I think the first time the sari ever got sexualized for me was that movie Ram Teri Ganga Meli or whatever it was, that that I forget what it was Sridevi or one of those ladies wearing a sari, white sari under a waterfall. That's the first time I was like, oh, the sari is apparently sexy.
I think from the word go, it was more than falling in love, it was a daunting task for us. To design saris is a big responsibility, because so many years of history.
And most of the time you'll see in our ads, so if there's a woman who's wearing a sari, she's either doing a Harpic ad or she's doing a cough syrup ad. She's like, it's the moment you see an ad. So what happens is, at this subconscious level, what this industry is doing is trying to convey that when you wear a sari, you are, in a certain bracket. You're not that smart. If you're eating a Cadbury, you're probably in some other attire. When you're wearing a sari, you're not doing anything fun. You're doing all the mundane things related to life. I think this dialogue needs to change somewhere.
I think today's generation, they are very, they know exactly what they want. And if we force them to wear a sari, they will not.
Always we have clients who are unsure whether they want to wear a sari for that occasion, how to wear the sari. So we have this whole notion of we do pre-pleated saris, or just makes it easier that you zip it up and wear it. But why not? If that helps to initiate the conversation for that person.
There comes an age and stage in life when they will change on their own, and they would want to wear a sari. They would want to experiment wearing a sari.
I really don't recall any unusual thing that. See, I'm very careful when I'm wearing a sari, because I don't, how I am with I don't pin it up and things like that. So I'm very careful about how I am with the sari. So I don't think I have done anything unusual. Don't try to get anything out of me which I will not say, Nil.
I don't think I've done something very unusual. I've seen people doing something very unusual in a sari. I've seen ladies riding a horse in a sari, which was I was shocked. And I've also seen ladies swimming in a sari, which I think our grandmothers did that.
Ladies in the fisherwomen or the Marathi fisherwomen who came and brought their fish to the market to sell. So it was direct, and they would be wearing these saris with that thing going under the leg, between the legs and tied up at the back. And I remember looking at that and thinking like how cool and how amazing is it that they've converted the sari into something so functional that it's almost like a pair of shorts.
I have seen women running race. During my school sports days, I have seen my teachers, they didn't come prepared. So just put the sari up in their competition, they're running. It's not limiting, it's rather liberating that at any point of time, you can use it in any way you want to.
You know, from the Vedic time to this time, the sari has continued. It may have gone, undergone some kind of a transformation, but it has continued.
We as designers will die, the sari will still live.
It has its own dignity and it has its own position, which it will never lose. That's for sure.
We want to make it relevant to the younger generation, so we inspire them to use sari in their daily wear. Or going out, socializing. Why not?
You have to know how to wear it and when to wear it, and just that adds to your whole personality.
You know, I don't believe in this. To become an Indian, you need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You can, just be yourself in whatever attire.
I don't think it's relevant that you have to know how to wear a sari to be Indian. Firstly, I do know how to wear a sari, but I may not want to wear it. And the second thing is that I don't think that our outfits identify our origin, and I think the world is becoming a much smaller space, and I think we should stop thinking as Indian and non-Indian. We should stop thinking as men and women. We should stop thinking as Hindu and Muslim, and we should start thinking as human beings.
People will really, troll me for that, or maybe will get surprises. The idea, the sari can be genderless. I wear sari as a dhoti. I have seen some men in today's world, is it for a man or a woman, they wear the sari in their own ways and they drape it.
I would say that I wish we could also give the people who are behind the saris, the craft people, the weavers, I wish we could give them as much mileage that the sari has, or the people who are wearing the sari has, because one of the reasons, and actually one of the reasons that I wear a sari and I pick up a sari and I always gift a sari. So the reason is because I think that these artisans, they require us to buy these products, and I wish the sari would make them also come in the forefront.
The sari will call you when the time is right.
The sari will call you, inshallah.
The sari will call you when you're ready for it.
I think the sari will definitely call you and attract you. I feel that.
So I feel like the sari will call you in terms of if you are the right wearer for it, and also you don't have to be called by the sari. It's okay if you're not.